Hello troops, welcome back to the channel. It's Dan from Hades Airsoft. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, okay? You join me out here in the mountains of Gran Canaria on a 36-hour Milsim in the mountainous woodland environment that you can see. So it's the morning of day 2 because the event actually started at about midnight last night, Friday night. So what we're going to do now is take a look at some nod footage courtesy of Reaper Night Optics, okay? A little compilation of last night's missions, bit of action. So we've got a full day ahead of us and a full night, okay? So still plenty of event left in front of us. I'm going to get cleaning this weapon and you're going to watch the night footage from last night. Our first mission of the event was to rescue a downed pilot and evacuate them back to camp using a stretcher. Unlike similar missions in the past, this would be a real person and a real stretcher. After 2 hours of searching, the event organisers step in. We have been searching in vain in the wrong area. We head back to base empty-handed. It is not a good start. As soon as we arrive back at base, the encampment is attacked. With no sentries posted, the enemy team are inside our perimeter.
Muerto. Sanitario. Cúrame, cúrame.
After reorging inside the tent, we break out through the rear and start counter-attacking.
Cambio. Vale, José está muerto.
We push the enemy fighters outside the wire and they retreat.
Vale, cura, José.
Only by the skin of our teeth have we avoided being overrun. Alright troops, going to take a little look at our kind of corner of the base of the encampment. I say corner because it's pretty tight in here. So this is kind of like a budget version of MTV Cribs. If you're old enough to remember what that is, well done. Yeah, we don't have a lot of room. Okay, so there's Jose. Say hello, Jose.
Hello, my friend.
So, good admin, he's cleaning his weapon, fantastic. Danny is absolutely out for the count. Also good admin, but I don't think he's cleaned his weapon. Danny in that tent there. Jose in that tent there. And then I'm in that tent there. Carlos should be in this tent, but Carlos actually is not very well. And then down here, we've actually got a few luxuries that I don't permit them usually. We've got actually got a little fridge. Well, it's not a fridge. Jose broke one of them. They're like cool boxes. So Jose owes me a cool box because that's busted. But in there we've got like obviously cold water and Monster and stuff like that. And then we've got like a little like a grip bag, what we would call. So extra bits of kit in there or spares, tools. stuff that you kind of need in a team kind of setting, but stuff that you don't want to be like absolutely packing out your kit with. The weekend prior to the event, we conducted a training day along with a kit inspection. It's vital that we make sure that everything's in working order and we don't forget anything critical. We're not going to look in Jose's tent because he does need to clean his room. In mine, it's pretty standard. So this is actually a Spanish Army one-man tent. Okay, so I've got my sleeping system. I've got a jacket there as a pillow, a couple of bits of admin down there, chargers and stuff like that. Deep heat because my back's hurting, and then yeah, just sleeping bag, bivvy bag, inflatable roll mat, and then that's my kind of Bergen, so to speak. That's where I've got all my main kit, and then just some camera kit and stuff like that down there. So when I'm in here overnight, probably have my riff kind of down here. I should really have it in my bivvy bag, but hey, I make the rules nowadays. And then we've just covered it up with a British Army MTP poncho. Okay, so we're all singing off the same song sheet, but obviously that's the old school DPM, just to kind of break up what we've got going on here. And we know there is where we've got our kind of stores. Okay, and then down here we've got kind of lined up all of our kit, so that just so we're not packing out the tents. Look at this admin, look at this admin. So we're not packing out the tents, we crash out the tents, we grab our helmet, plate carrier, riff, okay, because obviously we're kind of on standby, so to speak, QRF, and then away we go. And that is all she wrote. That is all the space we've got. But there we go, troops. It's time to get amongst the trees and get after it. Our second mission involves heading into an area cordoned off from the rest of the battle space to retrieve samples of a radioactive material. So we've sent, well, they've sent a two-man team up that road to act as a kind of screen, like almost like a skirmisher screen. And then the idea is that on our objective, we'll all reorg there. Right, troops, it's a tricky mission. In these red bags, there's like a neoprene kind of NBC or CBRN suit. Very, very tricky for the people that are going to have to go in there. So yeah, a lot of moving parts. Our patrol goes smoothly until I spot potential enemy fighters in the distance on the objective. Once again, we're partnered with the Blackwater Milsim team, and together we plan our next steps. We decide to post overwatch on the high ground in order to cover the troops that are heading inside the exclusion zone. Jose spots an enemy scout and raises the alarm.
Delante, 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 contacto, contacto, delante, contacto, delante, contacto, delante, nos ha visto, nos ha visto. Vamos, 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 vamos.
Jose's brave run is stopped by the cordon. He can't go any further without protective gear.
Muerto!
Jose's down, but he, like the rest of us, has up to 2 lives and must wait patiently to be healed. Acercamos hasta la base. Contacto en la ventana. I call on the rest of the team to push forward, but I'm down. A BB has grazed my knee. The enemy counterattack begins. Blackwater are able to push the enemy back and begin healing myself and Jose.
No, no, no.
Yo te diría que no,
A well-placed grenade clears the position of enemy fighters.
Dime.
Se mantengan aquí, me cambio y entro como una loca.
Vale.
It's a tense few minutes as JD dons the CBRN suit. Jose and myself must keep him covered. Right, troops, so although we've taken some casualties, we've actually managed, the team that is, because obviously here we were absolutely obliterated, but the rest of the team has gone up and flanked around. Yeah, although it got quite tense here, we've managed to clear the enemy out, and the geezer with all that gear on has gone in. He's wearing my helmet, so hopefully we've got some footage of what he's seen in there. So it looks as if we might have done it, despite taking some hits here. But hey, that's Airsoft. Esto lo tenemos que sacar nosotros. Bien, ya, por este, ¿sabes?
Limpio, vamos. Quítame esta de la mochila, vos.
No, esa ahí, déjala para allá, ya que la tienes ahí. Déjame esta ahí.
Vale. Suerte.
Right, we're back in. All right, so it's now time to do some admin. Really, it should go your weapon, your kit, yourself. So we'll sort our weapons out first, give them a little dust off, ammunition, all right, rebomb ammunition. Then we'll sort out this sort of kit. Bandages and tourniquets are ready to go again. And then we'll hopefully have some time for some lunch and admin ourselves. ¿Qué camiseta tiene puesta, man? This is high cuisine, troops. Good old noodles in the field, jet boil, and I'm sure we'll get called for a mission in about 30 seconds. Troops, you'll see a lot of players wearing Block Tactical Zero Fog iPro in this video. Head over to their website and use code HAD10 for 10% off at the checkout. Right, troops, we're now deploying the whole sort of team, sort of 20 of us, 20 odd I'd say, are deploying now for an assault on one of the enemy bases, because there's actually two. So yeah, we're getting after it, but apparently it's like a big bottleneck, and we're just gonna have to get through it as best we can, knowing we're gonna take casualties.
Vamos a ver, ¿quién lleva el grupo? ¿Quién lleva el grupo, señor? Está atrás.
After a chat with the Blackwater and GEA team captains, it's decided that I'm now in command of this mission. Gracias. Our patrol soon runs into enemy fighters waiting in ambush.
¿Cuántos enemigos? ¿Y dónde está?
And seemingly blocking our only route to the objective.
Venga, vamos.
¡Vamos!
I decide to attack.
Enciende la cámara, Dani.
A portion of my platoon detaches to find another route to the enemy base.
Voy, cuidado, a ver. ¿Está el tío ahí al aire o podría ir a curarlo? ¡Muerto!
It becomes painfully clear that there is more than one enemy fighter as the casualties mount up.
Sí, sí, coge uno cualquiera, da igual.
Blackwater units and Danny set up a casualty collection point and begin to treat the wounded while we provide cover.
Buena, 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 buena. Venga, vamos, Ton.
Once the forward units are back in the fight, we concentrate on breaking contact. Luckily, our scouts have found another route to the objective. With the platoon back together, we plan our attack. However, there is little room for grand strategy. It comes down to a frontal attack through the bottleneck. Success will hinge on speed and aggression.
Vamos. Vamos. Seguimos. Seguimos. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos!
Seguimos, seguimos.
¡Vamos!
Seguimos, Blackwater, vamos.
¡Muerto!
Venga, Dan, ya. Venga.
¡Están arriba! ¡Aquí arriba! ¡Atrás, atrás, atrás! Mira que estoy muerto. ¡Limpio! ¡Perímetro!
Vale, perímetro. Bien hecho, bien hecho.
Hay que buscar a un tío, ¿eh?
Right, Juice, back in after that mission, a success. Didn't look like it about halfway through. We kind of got bogged down on one of the possible routes until we deviated. Obviously took quite a few casualties there, and it actually turned into more of like a casualty extraction. So a change of route, and yeah, had to get amongst the troops and motivate them, but we got in and we got the job done. And yeah, okay, we took casualties, but we knew that was going to happen. We're actually now on rest until 2100. We've actually got the last shift on stag or guard, like guard duty, sentry duty at 20:30, so 8:30. And yeah, when we finish that, we'll pretty much be straight into mission. So the best shifts to have when it comes to sentry are the first or the last. So we've actually struck gold there. So it gives us a good couple of hours to get amongst our admin. Danny's in there asleep, or he's gonna go asleep. Jose, I don't know where he is. Time to prep for the night ops. Tracers are charging, get the nods squared away, get other bits like the GoPros and that, you know, stowed away now because we're not going to use them. This will be the final phase of the event. Okay, so coming up is going to be that night vision content of the last kind of, probably be the last sort of 10-12 hours of the event, and then by about 07:08 tomorrow morning, that's us finished. Dani, ¿estás despierto? Son las 7:30, ¿vale? Jose?
Vamos.
Learning our lessons from the first night, sentries are posted around the encampment on likely routes in and out of our base. After an uneventful sentry duty, we are back with Charlie, our commander, to receive orders on our first mission of night number 2. Our first mission goes off without a trace of enemy contact, but once again, upon returning to camp, the enemy strike. This time we're ready for them with sentries posted. We stand to and see off the attack with little difficulty. Our final mission of the event sees us join forces with the enemy team. After some tense negotiations, we come to an agreement. Together, we will attack and defeat the Order, the third independent team that have been harassing both my team and our new allies. The Order forces are dug in behind cover in another bottleneck, with no short supply of ammunition. with Overwatch providing suppressive fire.
Vamos, señores, es ahora o nunca.
We attempt an assault. As the frontal attack gains ground, the Order, using their knowledge of the local forest, attack our rearguard positions. We are now trapped. With the reserve units holding the line, I return to the main effort, but the assault has stalled. Charlie motivates the troops into one final push. Casualties, including myself, are mounting up. Ammunition is running short, and it seems as if all hope is lost.
Muerto, muerto.
Alright troops, so it is now Sunday morning. It's about 7:07:15, something like that. What a night. So it looks as if the mission was actually a success in the end, even though when I was eliminated fully, I think there was about 4 or 5 guys left. So I don't know quite how they did that, but if they did it, fantastic. I think it was a nice touch that the two opposing teams throughout the event joined forces. I do think the event was actually one of the best that Milsim have done. Certainly it's the best one up here in Moya. I mean, I've done about 4 tours of this place. Tours. I've had a good time. The lads have had a good time. Jose's a bit ill actually, which is a shame. There was quite a lot of rest, and then there was quite a lot of action, because sometimes we've been on these events where the action was a bit few and far between, and then you're like on guard duty, sentry, for hours on end, and you're like, well, where's the rest? You know, at least give me one or the other. But no, we rested quite a lot, to be fair, and we've had quite a lot of scraps, and they've been good scraps for the most part. So yeah, I'm really happy. The lads have done well. I think, you know, because I haven't been out in the field in this way for a little while, so it's good to sort of stretch those legs, so to speak. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please don't forget to hit subscribe before you go, and yeah, we'll see you next time on the channel. Thank you very much indeed for watching.